Less Than Two crew, welcome in everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back for another Friday here with me and the squad. Hope you've had a good week. The weekend is here. We get to hang out and we're gonna have good ass time together. Okay, this is the stream where every week I get to chat with y'all about an array of topics, whatever you want to go, whichever direction you want to head. Whether it be TV shows, whether it be Big Brother, whether it be podcasts, whether it be life, games, whatever you want, whatever you fancy. We get to talk about it together. Forum is already open, so if you want to submit your questions anonymously, feel free to do so. Otherwise, put them in the chat. You know me, I read everything in the chat. Easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Okay? So I'm going to scroll up, say hello to the early chatters, then we'll get back rendezvous together, okay? Okay, cool. Already noticing that I'm going to miss some messages here because I cannot scroll up fast enough. There we go. Jig, stay with the 10th month. Appreciate you. Walling, welcome in. Ichiami with the 11th month. Thank you. Bailey with the 44th month. Appreciate you as well, y'all. All three of you. Thanks so much for supporting the stream. And welcome back to the Less Than Two crew. Appreciate y'all. Okay, why am I like to the left? Let me pan the camera a little bit over here. Is this better? This is better. Actually, am I like a little bit... I feel like there we go. Yeah, I think we're good now. It's a little bit lower today, but I needed it a little bit lower because I need to lay back a little bit. I haven't slept yet. So to give you the heads up, to be very transparent with my own community, I went to bed at 7 a.m. because I was watching the feeds. I woke up at 10 a.m. and I've been up since. So that's where I am right now. We're running on pure adrenaline and a Red Bull. We'll talk about why I've been awake in a second. Chrissy, welcome in. Sal's here. Hello, respawning. Welcome in. Ichiyami, Cool Rider, Melissa, Cole. Hello, hello, hello. Edward with the first time chat. I need Quinn, Chelsea, and Cam to blindside T-Core. I would argue they've already done this once, Edward. Do you mean another time? Do you mean a second time is what you're asking for? Moni, welcome in. Lauren, thank you for the 43rd month here. Appreciate you. Welcome back into Less Than Two crew. Jay, hello, hello. Rye Guy, what's up? Because love, Christian Mingle, Superfluous Lime. RHB fan back in the building. Says, finish Whodunit in the mall yet? No. Are you shocked? Might be a little surprising, but not yet. Red Wings, hello, welcome in. Taylor's big game this weekend. Taylor, it is a big game. Are you nervous? You a little nervous about this one? Beer, my favorite streamer. Don't tell Chappelle. Nathan, your secret's safe with me, friend. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. Edge, hello, welcome in. Tomster says, Pooya, I hope you had a great Friday. Thank you, Tomster. So far, so good. So far, so good. Cannot complain. Just a lack of sleep, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Other than that, we're doing well. We're doing fine and dandy today. Jesse, they were the 14th month. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Did you get a beard trim? It looks shorter today. I did. I trimmed my beard on Sunday night. No, Monday. Sunday or Monday. It's been trimmed for a minute now. But obviously, I've not made any video podcast appearances until... Well, I guess Wednesday would have been the first appearance I made with a trimmed beard. Yeah, and then the live feed update. But yeah, I did earlier this week. It was getting bad. I feel like every month, couple months, I let my beard grow to the level that you see it on stream. And I'm like, it looks like a mess a little bit. But then on camera, I'm like, it looks pretty decent. I like it. It looks nice and big, cool, whatever. And then I'll trim it and I'm like, oh my God, it was itchy. Like, you know what I mean? After I trim it, I realized how much it was irritating me. But we figure it out. We get there, you know? And Hero, I know you get 1 Prime subs. I do appreciate you using it on me. Welcome back in for your 7 month. Welcome, Amy and Liv. Hello. Jinx says, so the coworker I asked for advice for will soon no longer be working with me. I got to practice my I don't know about a blindsided skills. Hey, Jinx, there we go. There we go. It's tough. It's a tough spot to be in, but you got like sometimes like, you don't want to be the messenger. So I think you're making the right call. Chalet Mama Virus, welcome in. Henry says, hey, we hope everything is going well this week. So far, so good, Henry. Thank you. Respondent says, have you watched any more of The Boys? I've watched all 4 seasons of The Boys and Gen V. I've watched all of it. I started Saturday night And since then, it went all the way to Wednesday night. So about 4 days, I finished all of it. Top to bottom. Done. Aunt Nice says, does everyone realize everybody who has been voted out voted no to have Ainsley in the game? Yeah, the no curse has taken 6 for 6 lives, Aunt Nice. 6 for 6 so far. Angela did this to herself. Why did she even out the tanks? Sunshine. It's like I talked about this when Cedric was blindsided and as were the Pentagon, that one of the more fun aspects of Big Brother for me is watching players who were in a good spot have to revert back to a bad spot or go down to a bad spot and play back up. Angela obviously has always been in a sticky spot since the HOH week 1. However, I feel like she's never had like the best footing, but once she did the thing with Tucker, it was kind of like curtains, because Tucker was the glue holding her whole game together. So I'm not sure if he's in the chat, but I want to give a big thing to Jordan. Hey, Jordan is incredible. Shout out to Jordan. She did hit you up with some recommendations from Montreal. Sounds like you enjoyed a good bagel and a poutine. Love that for you. Kelly Kate, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back in for your 29th month. Kelly Kate, hope you're doing well. Daisy, hello, welcome in. Mama Virus, thank you for the 5th month. Next Goat with the Prime sub. Welcome back for your 3rd month. Next Goat. Hope you're doing well. Miel, hello, welcome in. So up that long means a potentially more unhinged pad. It means who knows? We'll see. You know, I slept from 2 to 4 p.m. today, 0 hours overnight. Chrissy, we're in the same page right now. So Angela's Quinn's target now. Red Wings, based on what I saw, yes, Quinn has maybe woken up to realize, oh yeah, if I don't get rid of Angela, she's just gonna steal a final 2 spot. So maybe now that's a good reason for me to target her. But also, I would argue that the damage is done at this point. You might as well take out one of Rabina and or Chemo. So I don't know. Jimmy, welcome in. Thundercats, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Lori, hello. Sally, hello. Melody, thank you for the 46th month. Appreciate it. Thoughts? On the boys. Unhinged. Unpredictable. Wild. Entertaining. Concerning. Very enjoyable. Those are my ratings. Was that at a rate faster than 1x? I would say 80% of it, Melissa, was 1x and 20% of it was 1.5x, but mostly 1x. Yeah. Did you watch the first episode of OMITB? One more in the bank. What is OMITB? What am I missing here, RHB fan? Ainsley came knocking. Ainsley said, I'm not going to miss. Ainsley said, I'm not going to miss. Oh, only murders in the building. I've watched the first season. Have I watched the second season? The 3rd season just came out, of the 4th season? No, I've watched the first 2 seasons. I've not watched season 3 nor season 4. That's where I am right now. What's the reason of have-nots? Leah, what's the reason of have-nots? Quinn, I feel like at this point they don't even know anymore. I mean, he didn't stutter. I agree with him on that. I don't think they know what it is. At this point, even the have-not room's not even giving like that. Bots, thank you for the 35th one. Appreciate it. I slept all night last night. I saw Quinn win and went right to sleep. Taylor, you don't got the job I do. I gotta be there to report on all the things, whether good, bad, ugly, amazing, you know, all of them. But would the others even vote her out? I mean, Chemo would, or Rabina, whichever comes off the block. T-Core would. That's 2. If Quinn lets his intentions be known, I could see some other people flipping over. But 2 votes ain't enough. You need 4 this week. Joseph actually would. Joseph would if Quinn says 2. Probably. It's possible. I don't think it's out. 4 votes is relatively easy to get here, in my opinion. But who knows? Oh, I got a hype chest. What is this? Open. Fall damage emote. Nice. I'm going to share that with you, chat. Hey, Tay Hufflepuff, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Hope you had a fun stream. Welcome in. Welcome. When I started watching that show, and even I didn't know what that acronym. I feel like I had seen it before because, Lori, I immediately thought Orange is the New Black as well. Obviously, that's not what it was, but you know. Finally started the Anonymous. Think there will be a further podcast. Sad news, chat. Sounds like we are not being given the go-ahead to do future episodes at the moment. We might come back mid-season, depending. If you still want an Anonymous podcast, I would say keep letting Rob know, at him on the Twitters. Voice your thoughts. But sadly, as of right now, I don't think so. Who is nominated, Mikey? Angela, Rabina, and Chemo with a Quinn HOH. Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting us up to Steph and to Detective Ricky. Appreciate that from you. Thank you so much. You just started season 1 of Only Murders in the Building. It's a good time, Miel. Enjoy. I love it. Watched the first season and then I forgot about it. Now I don't remember what happened. I might, if I go back to Only Murders, I need to rewatch it, I think, from the top. Dennis, hello, welcome. Belladon, what up? Monkey Boy Wilson in the building. Why Chemo? He feels betrayed by Chemo. He feels like Chemo basically picked Tucker over him. So, which he's not wrong, but you know. Quinn is going to scream even worse in the DR. Can someone... I feel like most people hit a threshold of how loud they're going to get. I feel like we've already heard Quinn's. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Have Nots gave us Angela's iconic charcuterie meltdown. And just like that, Melissa reminds us exactly why we still have have-nots. For moments like that. They're far and few in between, but when they're there, they hit. I take it Angela's the target. She wasn't initially. Rabino was going to be the target, but it seems like today he may have moved the needle a little bit over to back to Angela. Hey, Mana, welcome in. Do you think now is the best time to get Angela out? I think let's put allegiances aside, right? Let's put numbers aside, alliances aside, people you could work with aside. Let's put all of that to the side and talk about it on a player perspective. This is the most likely the final week before jury starts. So this next person going out is our last non-juror of the season. Angela's someone who, if you feel like you've not been gelling well with, maybe butting heads, or you just don't trust because she's unpredictable, yes, get Angela out for that reason, one. The second reason is what Quinn is saying as a reason to target her right now, which I think is a thing that people often forget. People are always so concerned with voting out the biggest threat. They forget to vote out the person who's most likely going to be taking a final 2 seat up, or in Survivor, our final 3 spot up. It's important to remember that you want to win at the end. Getting to the end is the first objective. Getting there with the right people is the second objective. But number one should always be getting to that final 2 seats or final 3 seats. And he's not wrong in thinking Angela is someone who could very well be taking a final 2 seat up when you factor in that Angela is someone who I think a lot of people think they can beat. So in that regard, also a good pick. But then you got to go through the other side of things, the social side of things, how people feel about each other, what allegiances people have. And for that, I spilled on myself. Lovely. Good thing you can't see it though, right? Keep it a secret, chat. Thank you. But then, when you look at it from that lens, at this point, Quinn has put up Rabina and Chemo. I think he could still repair the relationship, but I also feel like they don't really love what they got, and they might very well just target him back. Once you've broken suit, at this point, you might as well. But also, this is the big drawback of being the HOH on this season, with the AI Arena having 3 noms and the 2 noms not being finalized till the night of eviction, is that you have to upset 3 people. The way it's set up too, and the way the veto's been getting used, you're almost guaranteed to put up 4 people. We're at the final 11 right now. Yeah, we're at the final 11 right now. No. We're at the final 10 right now. Hold on. 1, 2, 6 went out. Yeah, we're at the final 10 right now. Quinn basically has to put up half the house, right? He can't put himself up. That's 1. He's put up 3. If veto's used, he puts up 4. That's 5 people that have been impacted by the actions of the HOH this week, including the HOH. That is a very tough spot to be in. So unless you have no allies, or you have a clear cut 4 people that you're not fucking with, then it's money to win the HOH. But he's in a spot where he had quite a few allies and quite a few new allies he wanted to bring in, which meant that in the Venn diagram, he was guaranteed to have someone both become a nominee and be someone who thinks they're good with him, which lands him here. Is the 7-person jury confirmed then? It's not confirmed, but we're not going to have an uneven number of jury, right? So we're not going to have an 8-person jury, which means the next odd number is 7, which makes sense to me. And I think based off last year as well, it also makes sense to me for that as well. Doesn't Peacock didn't release those episodes too so much later? That's the thing, is that you can watch them on the USA app, I believe, the next day. So they are accessible, but with a lot of people having something like Peacock, it's annoying because you are on a week delay essentially. I agree, Meow. I keep hearing Taylor and I get confused because that's my name, but I understand it's another username. Next code, if you want to be going by Taylor as well, I have a tendency of trying to remember people's names. You can go by Taylor, just let me know. I got you. Only Murders is great. I agree. Murders has a great death episode. I feel like this sounds familiar to me. Only Murders. I think I remember this episode, Jinx. It was in first season, right? Hey, memories, welcome in. Y'all, chat, I'm catching up. Don't worry. I'll be caught up with you in a second. We're very close. We're very close. I think for Quinn, he should have targeted Leah. I think it's hard for Quinn because he's not heard any of the Leah stuff firsthand, and none of his allies have pushed enough or pleaded enough, or made him feel confident enough that he needs to do it. That's one. The second thing is he's just down bad. He said it as much today when he's like, you know, Leah's gonna turn around and stab me in the back, and I can't put her up. I'm weak. So he kind of recognizes it, I guess. Gabagoof, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How similar is Angela to fucking Bowie Jane? I wouldn't say that similar to me personally. As far as like direction in the house goes, she's an easy number to scoop up, like Bowie Jane was. So if someone wanted to bring her into a final 3, that's possible. But also, unlike Bowie Jane, Angela has proven with what happened with Tucker that she'll just wake up one day and be like, nah, you gotta go even though you're my closest ally. So how are we feeling about the One Tree Hill sequel potentially without Naley? I did see that, what's his name? Chad Michael Murray will not be reprising his role. I think it's possible still to get him. I would still, if a sequel happens, I will be watching all of original One Tree Hill to see if I would vibe with it. Because I've not watched all of them. I've seen like episodes here and there. Who are the other have-nots this week? Chemo and Mackenzie. Just 2, Kelly Kate. All right, let's scroll down. Now, what's the beverage of choice this evening? It's a glass of water. A glass of water with a dash, a pinch of mango, pineapple, Mio. For a little bit of flavor. I had a Red Bull about 2 hours ago, so I didn't want to have a coffee. Especially if I need to go to bed earlier tonight, or would like to go to bed earlier tonight. You almost spilled before that too. No, I didn't see Daily. What you lying about? Oh my god. I'm very happy y'all can't see this though. I spilled quite a bit. Grace, stay with the 28th month. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to see Vita be using who Quinn puts up fourth. That'll be interesting. Jabita, thank you for the 25th month. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome back to the Lesson 2 crew. Nominations are confirmed. Rabina, I was about to say Tucker. Rabina, Chemo, and Angela. Kathy, appreciate the quick pop in. You know, even if you're going to be dipping out, I'm happy you came in to say hello. Hope you have a lovely night. You all were great on Wednesday's recap show. Daisy, when I tell you, I felt like I was on the slop. I don't remember what we talked about. All I know is we talked about the tent a lot. And after last night's update, last night watching feeds, and then today seeing what Joseph has maybe said about this tent, I think now I'm like, okay, we definitely talked about it the appropriate amount. Because up until on the recap, I thought, okay, well, he said one thing in one conversation in the shower and we milked it for 40 minutes. Shouldn't have used the term milked it. That's my bad. Now I've seen that Joseph has told everyone in the house that he did it, and he even said today that he misses his tent. So, quite frankly, now I'm like, we didn't talk about it enough. So Tucker will basically get second place in BB26 by winning 70K. I mean, he's gotten 20K. He is a pre-juror, worth remembering. There's still half a game to go. So there's a world where someone else gets that money. But I do think he's got a really good shot of it. Yes, I do think he has a really good shot of winning the AFP. For sure. Who do we think will win veto? Honestly, I think there's a world where Quinn is the first person to win both. Wait. No. Tucker won both in his reign. Never mind. You forget that Tucker played by a different rule set. I could see Quinn winning it to keep it the same. I think there's a few people who, if they win, they're not going to want to cause chaos and use it. Outside of the nominees, of course. So, we'll see. I've not stayed with the BB season through the end for several years, but I think I might make it this year. It's a good season so far. And worth keeping up with. Even though I think some people are being very doom and gloom about the season being over now without Tucker, I respectfully disagree. So... MJ is almost more Bowie Jane than Angela is. I could see it. Potentially. A little bit, maybe. Quinn told Joseph tonight he thinks Joey's crush and Leah is cute. Nope. Nathan and Haley also not confirmed. Gotcha. Money Talks, chat as a number. Exactly. Someone's going to pay that. Chemo 2 weeks in a row. Or am I making that up? I believe he went back to back. Yes, Zach. Zachary. Sorry, my bad. Chemo why? Chemo why? What do you mean? Like, why did Chemo put up... why did he put up Chemo? Can? Is that what you're asking? Also, I'm going to catch up, chat. Let's do that now. How did Quinn justify those noms? His reasoning was Angela... Combination of Angela and his relationship so far... mixed in with the fact that Angela pissed him off in the HOH comp, because I think she kind of held out until the have-nots were determined before she started playing or whatever, or something like that maybe. The second thing with Rubina was that he feels like he's already stabbed Rubina twice, and like he feels like because he's done that, she's never going to trust him, or he thinks that that relationship set sail. So he was going to put her up, and initially she was the target. And then Chemo, he feels betrayed by, because he feels like Chemo picked Tucker over him, and he feels like he lost Chemo essentially in the process of the game, which he's not wrong. He was still in Chemo's plans. Like, Chemo still felt like he had a good relationship there, but not as big as some of his other plans, you know? So, bro, we were unhinged also. Hi, Jenny! Welcome in, Jenny Autumn. We were. Jenny, he misses his tent. Can you believe this? This man is still talking about this tent that he lost but a week ago, less than a week ago. Would you do a drinking stream? It depends what kind of a stream, Mikey. If it's here's some challenges, if you fail them, you drink. I don't think I would do that for a stream. But would I have a Bev on stream? Absolutely, I would have a Bev on stream. We've done this before. Respawning, don't ask that. Don't wonder this. Joseph obviously creeps me out. Daisy, what creeps you out about Joseph? Will you be watching the Tucker's extended interview? Yes, because I went out of my way, chat, to not watch it, so I could watch it with you. So if someone can forward the link when they get a chance, we will watch it together, because I held back so I could watch it with y'all. I want to see that the conversation with Julie, and I want to see these goodbye messages. Hey, Rel, welcome in. Hello. Hope you're doing well. What did you say? One Tree Hill reboot? Yes, Ichiyami, on Netflix, by the sounds of it. Do you get the Tucker Izzy comparisons? Chaotic pre-juror who brought a lot of entertainment and uncertainty into the game. Incredibly quotable. incredibly memeable. Yeah, I could see the comparisons. They're still very different, but I get the comparisons on a broad character point of view, and placement confirmation helps that, you know? I'm pretty sure Izzy's the one who even posted about it. All right. I don't think Old Joe considered the consequences of the wank tent. I don't think he quite thought that far ahead. Kimo apparently came close to winning, so how did he end up have not? I'm so confused. Chrissy, we were talking about this on the live feed update. I'm going to stop pausing and unpausing the music, but here's my theory. So it was the chicken coop comp where they have to take the eggs through the like wall, like hand by hand, move it down. I think my personal thought is you obviously need like a certain amount of, I don't know if it was a certain amount of eggs that you got to like hit onto the letters, kind of like we've seen before, or you just have to collect like, let's say 20 eggs, whatever. I think for me, in my head, I think the punishment for have not must have been something like the first two people to drop 15 eggs are the have nots for this week. And because Mackenzie was one, but Kimo apparently did really well, but also I could see a world where he was doing well and he was rushing a little bit. He didn't care about how many eggs he dropped until he did it. So I think that's what happened. That's my assumption. I don't think he would have volunteered. There's no shot this man was volunteering for have not. Sweet, sweet memories, Jenny. Cole, hope I don't yell too much in your ear. AZ says, wanking in a poop tent is horrible for so many reasons. Well, the smell alone is putrid. But also, we don't need to talk about this tent. The next thing I would say is depends on which one came first. I know it's pad. I know it's the pad. It's after dark. But I still don't feel comfortable using some of the language I want to use. You know what I mean? So, throw the key away. Preston, they were 26 month. Hello, welcome in. Amy, we ready? Jimmy said, would you do a balcony stream? Jimmy, are we still thinking about that one raid we did once upon a time? Because I still can't take that out of my head. Very much still there. The minute you went in a poop tent while Matt talked at you is even more unhinged. But they watch a lot of Tucker and reason they really don't even have to ask questions. He just talks and talks. Exactly. Get him a deep dive right now. We'll get 4 hours out of him. Easy. Tucker and Izzy have been two of my favorite players in recent seasons. So, yeah. I mean, listen. Tucker has been an incredible player to watch play this season. We can all agree. Well, quite a few of us can agree. He wasn't playing the best game. And by best, I don't mean like a fun game or a good game. I just mean he was not in the power ranking, like #1 with a bullet kill in the game. You know, so he's not a robbed player. We are robbed at the prospect of seeing him cause more chaos, but I don't think he is robbed for his gameplay because his gameplay was not a winning gameplay. But I think, and I'm willing to say this bold right now, I think Tucker is the first person we've seen in the new era. And by new era, I mean from BB22 after. So BB23, 4, 5, 6. To me, Tucker is the most guaranteed returnee from this batch of seasons. And he's the #1 guarantee for, you know, the seasons they do where they bring in 1 or 2 players only. He's guaranteed one of those spots. I'm telling you right now, he is guaranteed one of those spots. There is no way they don't bring this guy back. I'm telling you, there's no way. No way. I'm watching Izzy play so much. I want another show to cast her. I agree. Put her on the goddamn traders, please. Oh, Daisy, that scratch and sniff? Yeesh. What does Joseph have to share everything he does? I don't know. I really don't. My short sausage fingers would fumble the bag so hard on these eggs. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I just, if the netting is like the feeling of like the netting is sharp or irritating, that might cause me problems. Kelly K, why are you yelling? What'd I say? What'd I say? That's ridiculous to be mad about that. That's just smart if you don't want to be HOH. Wait, Amy, what is smart if you don't want to be HOH? Tell me. Oh, the have not thing, Amy? Well, I think it's this is the thing, right? You never want to find out that people are throwing comps. And obviously this is not really counting as throwing comps, but you never want to feel like people aren't giving it the same amount of effort you are. It makes you feel annoyed, especially at the prospect of them doing better than you in the game. I think that's a big thing. You know, it's like when, like, if I was to go out of the game, let's say I'm playing Big Brother and I'm very active. I got my hand in a lot of pots. I'm doing the thing. If I'm on the block and I'm on my way out, obviously if I have a rivalry like a Tucker and Quinn thing, I'm like, well, I got bested and I hate that. That's one thing. I wish I could have gotten them instead. But the number one thing on my mind will be, but this fucking person who has no shot of winning, is not really playing, is like just a wild card, like whatever you know, insert descriptor here. It would irritate me more that they've outlasted me, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I was playing this game and Kenny outlasted me, I would never live it down. I would feel all sorts of negative things. I would hate that. Not saying that, you know, Angela, Kenny, same person at all by any means, but that's something to keep in mind when you're competing in these comps. You don't want to see someone who's like not giving a shit, and then it wants to reap benefits from it, maybe. But also, people were already annoyed with Angela before the feeds went to pets for the HOH, so I think she was just getting under people's skin that night anyway, and I think that's more so what it is than any of the stuff I just said, for the record. To be fair, we don't know where there was poop. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Respawn. We don't know which came first. Wow. Can you do a Dwight hype track for Dwight's birthday as earned by the hype challenge? When is his birthday? The fact they didn't need a... Okay, well, Mikey, we don't need to talk about the logistics here, but the dude's been cooped up in a house for 40 days. I don't think he needed much to work with, you know? The F-bomb Mimi was setting off Thursday night was so funny. She was a great guest. I agree. I think Mimi nailed it. You watched that stream till 4 a.m. Which stream, Liv? What stream am I? What are you talking about? Will there be more anonymous coverage? Samantha, as of right now, the answer, unfortunately, is a no. We've been told that we're on hiatus / hold. Maybe we'll get a mid-season continuity going. But for the next couple weeks, it's a no. I did say this earlier. If you want to let Rob know you want this coverage, at Rob on Twitter and let him know there. Or, you know, if you're a patron, Facebook group, like, just let him know if you really want the coverage, and hopefully maybe something changes. But for right now, unfortunately not. Surgery could have been backed up. Poopless tent. Oh, God. People who are declaring the feeds are dead without Tucker are being so dramatic right now. The entire structure of the house just reshuffled and everything is fragile until veto. So it's not surprising they're not talking game like crazy right now. No one even knows who to trust, so it's a little early to declare. Dan Anderson voice end of the season already. I just think it's a sad way to be, man. I think a lot of people will put all their eggs in one basket and they're like, that's it. If this person goes, fuck the season. I think there's still so much joy to be found in this show. There's still so many people that could ruin their own games. There's so many people that can rise from the ashes. There's so many people that are delusional. There's so many people that are playing cracked, awful games. There's a lot. I think it doesn't help when someone like Rabina on the feeds is like, well, our ratings just went down. Then don't let them go down. You put the work in. You make the ratings go up. Why are you not doing that? Why is that not a factor? So to me, that's annoying. But also, I think also the other part of it for me comes as a podcaster for the show, where I will always try to look for the positive or the silver lining, because some of these seasons have been awful, right? Top to bottom awful, or like end game awful, or beginning awful, got better later. This is easily the most entertained I've been through 6 weeks of Big Brother in a row in a long time, like consecutively. Even the 1 week that was a bit of a non-factor was the Kenny week, and I was happy he was leaving. Every other week has been exciting for me. So to act like, well, that's done, is just pessimistic, and I don't feel like, especially when there's 40 more days to go, I don't like it. To me, almost, I personally liken it to the same energy of like well, there's no feed, so the show's gonna suck with BB Can. Now, I agree, it's not the same show, and I would love feeds. Feeds is the preferred option, but don't shit on something that other people are gonna find joy in, and don't shit on something that you don't know. It could still be a fun season just because one person left. I think there were too many people that were too attached to Tucker, and on a parasocial tip, just way too invested. I've seen people being like, wow, so did your king get praise from Dr. Will? I don't think so. Dr. Will said that Tucker's the best. I know that's right. It's like, first of all, you're 12, okay? Pack a lunch, have a Lunchable, sit down, have a Capri Sun, chill. You don't know you. This is a show. Was he entertaining? Yes, but stop acting like this your cousin. It's off-putting. It's annoying. And I'm just venting, chat, a little bit, because I'm like in this camp where I enjoyed Tucker quite a bit, but I will never be at the level stans are. And stans, to me, when people say, who do you stan? I kind of try and correct and be like, I really like blank, blah, blah, blah. Because standom, I think, is this. It's you've hit a different level of rooting for somebody who you are acting like they are a god, or they are something to be held to this high, like, praise. Bro, the guy volunteered to go on the block and went home, and people are shitting on T-Core for it. You volunteered. The same criticism that we gave Cedric, I'm going to give you. Nothing has changed there. If anything, it's worse for you because you're a bigger threat. Anyway, whatever. We're good. I feel like I'm falling behind, chat, because of this rant, so let me catch up. Jenny, we love a good personality, Jenny. You and I, we always love those personalities. Come crazy about a dude alone for 24 hours jerking it after almost 50 days. Isn't that wild? Deez, it's not that it's wild. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, I didn't even think of it. It makes sense that he was alone for a day and had like a sliver of privacy and relieves himself. The wild thing is to then talk about it as a big fan of the show. Talk about it to someone in the house, then talk about it to everyone in the house, and also know full well that it's going to be on the feeds for everyone to hear. For everyone to hear. Joseph, right now, and his lack of TV presence doesn't help this. Right now, I would go as far as to say Joseph's biggest story, like if you did a word cloud of Joseph, or you do like a, all right, Joseph, you just came out of the house. These are the 5 top things people remember you by. Number 1 is you jerked off. Do you want that? Like, that's the more wild thing to me. That's the more wild thing to me. So, not be good. He can enjoy his life outside of the game. He didn't care about BB. I'll be happy with the reindeer games. I think he would do well in the reindeer games for sure. He's gonna have that on feeds is the wild part. Exactly, Jetty. That's exactly what it is. Bunny basket games. What's bunny basket games? Are we talking about? Oh, it was like an Easter thing. What would they call reindeer games that are different? Oh yeah, Easter. Yeah, bunny basket. I see what you said. Yes. Jonathan just pointed out we could potentially run into Tucker in New York in October. Matt, I would hate to ruin the dream for you, but here's why you will not. Because the finale for Big Brother would be like a week before that week, or the weekend, the Sunday before that week. So most likely Tucker would be in LA. Most likely. I hate that I was the one to bear the bad news for you, but I'm pretty sure that's what would happen. Valentine games with BB couples, that'd be fun. The real Tucker funeral's here tonight. Is it, Brett? I don't feel like I'm eulogizing him. Tucker is currently on a trajectory where he's got half the time of Big Brother done. He has built the biggest recognition of the people in the season right now as far as like people rooting for him. He has already gotten 20K and he's en route to get another 50K. He's basically got runner-up money right now. It's incredible. Incredible. All right. Oh, I'm way behind, chat. I'm catching up. Me was awesome. Blood of the Clock Tower tomorrow. Samantha, I'm currently a yes. I might have to message Dwight after this stream and say I'm out. Because I have not slept and I don't even know what time I'll wake up tomorrow. And last week I had slept and I still woke up late. I don't know. I think I should tell him no. And then if I happen to wake up, I can either travel in or something like that. So it was a yes, but I think it's a no now. All right. I mentioned it in the chat last time, but I will tweet him or something. Sounds good, Amy. Appreciate it. I think people made a fuss about when the below deck coverage was going to decrease, so it got the okay to come back, so it works. Oh, feedback always works, for sure. She said that. Red Wings. She said what? I'm a little bit behind, chat, so if I ask you any questions that feel like they're out of context, bear with me. Christy, thank you for the 13-month. Appreciate you, Christy. Wi-Fi down, struggling on cellular. Might have to catch VOD. No worries, Christy. Thank you for resubbing, though. I do appreciate it. The VOD will be here for you whenever you watch it later. I do get the, cellular service sometimes ain't hitting for the streams. Not gonna lie. Angela's the answer to half of those. There's so many people. It's hard because Tucker showed us how good it can be when players don't play conservative. It makes no sense for house kids to play it safe, but it's bad for the viewer. Grace, that's the biggest thing, and I think that's why he's getting the praise he's getting. He deserves it for that. Where playing it safe is playing it selfishly, right? Playing it for you, for the best shot at winning money. But playing it safe is relatively playing it boring, because unless you're doing a blindside or a move like that, that's still going to happen in the shadows. It's never going to be public. Within the 5 weeks the dude was there, 6 weeks he was there, he did like 2 veto blow-ups. He used the veto on nominees, thrice to get a different outcome, or twice to get a different outcome. And he put himself up on the block to win the AI comp 3 times. Like, he's definitely unconventional, but in a weird way, this is kind of how some people played back in the old school, which is why a lot of people said he's giving old school vibes. Even Angela's like public call out is old school vibes. I feel like we're in a day and age now where a lot of people avoid doing that because they're selfishly there to win their 750 grand. But I also can't shit on those people for trying to go for the money, but I can also praise the people who don't go for the money, because more entertainment for us is always top notch. It's a good time. Exactly. 2 things are infinite. Without AI Arena, chat, without AI Arena, there's a world where, he did win all those vetoes, but without AI Arena, Tucker's getting backdoored week 3 or 4. Like, there's a world where that happens. Tucker would be the backdoor target on Quinn's HOH at that point, potentially. And I don't think Cedric goes up as a volunteer at that point. So I think a lot of things went right for him to get to play this game, but I also hope that this helps Big Brother realize, hey, let's cast some more people that are willing to do shit like this, and let's gear our twists a little bit where people can play wackadoo and still get out alive. Because the opposite is what we've been getting with like a Battle of the Block, where it's like, oh, not only are they not going to play wackadoo, they're going to play so passive and not passive. What's the word I'm looking for? Rigid and annoying. They're just going to bore everyone to death. So, all right. I'm scrolling down, chat. I'm going to get there faster, I promise. Yeah, Zombie Week, fail twist. AI Arena, good twist. Having a hard time with losing Tucker and then having a Quinn HOH after, but I'll get over it. I mean, it is a 1-2 gut punch if you are firmly a Team Tucker. That Quinn is also the HOH right after. Rubina could choose to go on a Rachel Riley-ass revenge arc. That would be a slapper, but some people don't have imagination, I guess. Hey, she could. Oh my god, I'm at Have a Lunchable. Oh my god, I'm so behind, chat. I'm sorry, I'm catching up. Let me sit up for this. All right. I want a Capri Sun. Love a Capri Sun. Not in a bottle of the pouches? I didn't even know they do bottles for Capri Sun. It's always pouches for me. Don't touch the adult Lunchables. Angela will come after you. Yeah, no. Keep those for her. They're changing to bottles. That's my childhood over. Tucker was go, but it was the right time for him to go, I think. Yeah, especially because the dude was really sharing the sentiments that he didn't want to go to jury. Like, I would not have wanted to have a week where he's just laying down, he's like backdoored, and he's just like, I don't even want to be in jury, fuck this, I'm gonna leave. I didn't need that. I think that would have tainted his image, and by image I mean his perception to some of us. Stands usually children, or at least I assume they are. I do to a certain degree, but you know, you never know. I come in and Pooya's talking about me. Stands. All right. Yep, Scally. Number one in stan activity. Yes. For me, it's a red flag when someone has a house guest as their profile pic on Twitter. I want to know, chat. You tell me your opinion. Feel free to put it in the chat. Which of these is worse? If the account has a profile picture of a player, if their Twitter handle is the name of a player, or if they've changed their Twitter name to like, I'm gonna use a different house guest here, like a Kenny fan #1, or if it's like an obscure, it's actually fourth item, or if it's like an obscure item where it's like, they changed their Twitter name to like, Angela's sliver of pepperoni that Brooklyn bit into for the second bite of that one charcuterie moment. You know, those weird, like when they get weirdly specific and they're like, that one strand of hair on Quinn's head that was blowing in the wind during the wall comp. Which of these is worse to you? I know some of you are gonna say all of them. I want you to pick the worst one. It's a hard decision, but someone's got to make it. And I'm asking you to make it. Do we know what's going on with Cedric, Jack, Joseph, Kylan, Josh, Derek X, our engineers all hanging out together? Is it just them vacation or potential challenge USA 3? I think they're all just hanging out, Henry. I think they're vacationing. I think they're just vacationing. I don't know much about everyone's locations and where they all live, but I think it's just them all hanging out on an opportunity type thing. If it's a challenge USA 3, it's a very bad kept secret. But also Matt and Scally are in this chat and do know a thing or two about when the challenge rumor mills go. But I feel like I recently saw an article saying that challenge 3 isn't guaranteed at the moment. All right, let me catch up, chat, because we're falling behind. To be honest, I thought Tucker was going to be better for the game than him staying. I thought Tucker going would be better. If he stayed, I was worried about it getting boring from him steamrolling. I don't think his personality was the only one making this season interesting. Miel, well put. Some of the stuff said about T-Core is upsetting. I agree. Like, I don't necessarily agree 100% that Tucker leaving was the best thing for her game in that moment. But also, Tucker leaving on her HOH is not on her. It's on Tucker for volunteering. I guess it's a little bit on her for taking the easy route out. But this is the thing with having 3 nominees plus 1 with the veto, is that it's almost terrifying to do 4 nominees. So when someone says, hey, you only have to do 3 because I volunteer, bless, get on the block. Now, would I put 2 people that are in my alliances? No, not really. But it is what it is. Has Matt commented on the 10 situation? I believe Matt's still in the chat. Ask Matt. Live a reality star time between filming projects, just chill and make content together. There we go. So it's not a Challenge USA thing. You just need to move the live show to LA. That's how that works. Hey, I got into the on duty recommendation. Is there any chance we will continue coverage about it? Because I've been loving it. Courageous James, I do appreciate you following me and then coming in with the first time chat to ask this. I'm happy you've been enjoying it. I did tell the chat, unfortunately, as of right now, there are no plans to continue the coverage. We've been told it's on hold. They may let us pick it back up by mid-season, but if you really want the coverage, at Rob on Twitter, let him know. Let him know you want more. I think that's the best way to go about it. Give him some feedback. You know what I mean? I got a weird adult guy with a porn stash working in a video store vibe from Joseph, and he's now confirmed it. I mean, that is his description. Wow, Pooya King dreams of RGB fans meeting Tucker in October. I mean, I gotta be honest, do I not? I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. All right. We got to get him on 3 times speed. You know what, chat? I'm going to go quicker. Ali, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate you. Is there a way for America to punish Huskies who stick to a big alliance? Not really. Honestly, I can't tell the fandom's opinion right now, but I think AI Arena has been a successful twist. I agree. No more chest till Pooya catches up. I'm getting there. AZ, thank you for giving us up to Laura. Appreciate you, Laura. Welcome back into lesson 2. Compliments of AZ. Appreciate it. Of the above, all 3 are red flags. Okay, the question asks, all equally bad. Well, tell me one. Pick one first. Twitter handle is the worst, then Twitter name, then profile picture. There we go, Chrissy. All red flags, but I feel like profile picture is some serious stan culture, oddly specific. That's how they do it, Jinx. That's when you know they're too lost in the sauce. I fell asleep early last night. I've got to watch the Mimi recap. Sounds like Mandolin, well worth your time. Mimi be ranting on that good stuff. Name can be funny, depends. Okay, Angela Charcuterie is kind of a great name, though. Mandy, it depends on the person's age and occupation, whether it's a great name or not. Like, I think if I changed my Twitter name to Angela Charcuterie, it's a little sad on me. I think it depends on the person for me. I feel like if you are standing somebody but fully admit that is what you're doing and acknowledge it, then standing is fine, but people do go too far. I agree. If you are a podcaster and you're like, I stand this person, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You know, like you found a rooting interest. I love that. But if you've made them your identity essentially and you live, eat, breathe this person, oh my God, I need to know everything they're doing. I think it's a bridge too far. In the way to Puerto Rico? Oh, okay. So I didn't know this. Something hasn't happened yet as their Twitter handle, like Leah's HOH. Oh my God. Pick is worse than username than display name. Display name is usually more of a joke. I've seen too many crazy racist profile pics of Leah MJ, often not a reflection on the house case themselves. I don't disagree. I've seen similar stuff like that. Not me, Matt, the Matt who was in the room while Joseph was whacking it. Okay, all right. Whacking it, huh? All right. Chat, I am caught up. We are caught up. It only took an hour into the stream, but I've caught up. How has it taken so long? We're here. I'm fully caught up now. Thoughts of Rabina goes this week pre-jury. Odds that CBS pushes for an engagement announcement on finale show. If CBS tries to pull that shit, that's not for them to decide. I don't think they go that far. I think they will pursue the relationship, but I don't know where they go from there. We did it, Mandy. We did it. All right. All right. I want to quickly check what the first question in the forum is. How's Liana doing? Haven't heard from her in a while. She's good. Busy with work, but she's doing well. We hung out a little bit earlier today before stream, happily. But yeah, she's busy with work, which means I've not been seeing her a lot. But also, I'm blessed that I get to live with her and talk to her daily anyway. So, also, she is my guest for this first week of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. So you'll be hearing me and her talk together in a little bit. And then we have the Masked Singer coming back, which I believe we're still covering. So you'll get your... And Survivor coming back means more Liana as well. So Liana, you get a lot more. Is she off for the long weekend? Yeah. Well, she's off on Monday, thankfully. But she's going to be busy this weekend. Now we can really chat with questions about when Pooya will finish Who Done in the Mole. Never, RHV fan. At this rate that I'm going, who knows? Although I will say, though, I did prove that I'm capable because I did watch 4 seasons of The Boys and Gen V. 1 season of Gen V in span of 96 hours. So I'm capable. But I got to be really motivated. I mean, the Swaggy Bailey engagement was awkward. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm loving Anonymous. I'm happy to hear that, Pixie. I've been loving Anonymous too. Now, granted, since we're not covering it, I'm not fully caught up. I haven't watched episode 4 yet, but I recommend it for sure. First 3 episodes were a good time. Next question in the forum is... my company's been pushing back about giving a raise to me as well as other few senior members. They are willing to pay $20,000 towards grad school. How would you feel about that kind of compromise? Would you stay or would you go? I don't know what line of work you're in. I don't know what the payment, like the average pay is and what the average raise is. Like, I don't know any of that, so it's hard for me to answer this. But if you are in a position where you feel like that's like you're not getting, you would rather the money over 20K to go to grad school, then I don't think it's worth it. I think if you find a better alternative with more pay because you don't intend on going to grad school, then do it. But if you go to grad school, 20K towards grad school is decent, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know. I also don't know how much grad school costs, so maybe I'm the wrong person to ask this to. But it really all comes down, I think, for you. So. Who's your favorite character from the Boys universe? That's a tough question, Andrew. But like, how can it not be Butcher? How can it not be Butcher? I feel like that's a basic boy answer, but it's got to be Butcher for me. Frenchie being a close second, Scally, actually. Frenchie being a close second. Your Tucker's internet, I kind of feel you might not pursue Rabina. I don't know. Oh yeah, chat, do we have the it's not the deep? Oh fuck no, it's not the deep. They really make it hard for you to give a shit about the deep within like the first episode of the show. So for me at least. The OG Black Noir is hilarious. Wish we got more of him. Scally told me privately that his favorite was Stormfront, so I don't know what changed. Anyway, can someone give me the Tucker extended interview link, chat, so we can watch that together? Not cool. I mean, it is the worst one I could have given you, Scally. But no, I really love The Boys, genuinely. I know it's not going to be for everybody, though. It depends. Will grad school increase your earning capacity and how much debt would you have to take on? That's a very good question, Miel. To the question asker that sent one anonymously. I know there isn't a lot of game streams at the moment, but just a heads up, there's a Pico Park 2 coming out September 12th. I think you played the first one and maybe a cheeky one stream idea. So I've never played the first one, Mandy. I bought the first one. I was going to play it, but then I didn't push to get all the people I wanted to play it. I think I can get that still assembled before Pico Park 2 for maybe a cheeky, like an evening stream one time. I think we can pull that off. I think we got the capacity to pull it off. Let me just get the roster together and I'll get back to you on that one. Grace also asked the question asker, how hard is it to find another job or get promoted without the masters? That's a good question. All right, let me look up, chat, and see if I can find this Tucker extended interview. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, found it. Perfect. Okay. Would y'all want to watch this together right now, chat? Before we proceed any further into the questions, shall we do this? I've not seen it, for what it's worth. So, heads up, I've not seen it. So, I've not seen the goodbye messages. I saved all of it to watch here with y'all. So, I've got it queued up now. We can watch that together before we proceed. Yes, please. Perfect. Did you know that Huey and Victoria Newman are dating in real life? You know, I did not, but I like that. So I missed the answer because of my grandson, but are you playing Marvel tonight? I know you're tired. AZ, if I'm being super transparent with you, I would say no. I would say no. I'm currently fine, but I think I'm going to crash inevitably, and then I just won't be in the headspace for it. So right now, that's where I'm standing if I'm being very honest with you. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to put it right here on the screen because I've got all this free space, free real estate here that we can put. And I think it's a vertical video because I think they did like, I think just Cedric's got like the full screen HD treatment and the rest have got this like little like vertical made for TikTok, Instagram vibe. But the good news is, at least for us, it'll fit perfectly right here. All right, I got to pull a couple buttons here to make sure that you see it and hear it fine. Joseph played marbles in the poop tent. What does that mean? The overall consensus here is that we don't like watching. We like it. We don't like watching the X universe together. I think I speak for all of us. That's the yes. That is true. I'm overriding all of that by doing this regardless. All right, put that here. Put that here. Put that here. Okay, we got everything set up, and then we just gotta move some stuff around, chat. And by that I mean we do this. We make the size we need. And then we'll be fine. Okay? Okay, cool. I like to make it tidy while I'm still like sitting here with y'all, because you'll see the process and you'll see that we're making it the best possible quality we can. There you go. All right. Hey, when you're all ready, you let me know. Hey, I'm happy, Jinx. You drink too much water to know what that means, Pooya? What? Oh, God. What is it about to do with... Oh, God. I don't want to know. All right. We're ready. Let's get this going, chat. Let me make sure the audio levels are going to be appropriately loud. I will be pausing to talk, so you're not going to have to worry about me talking over it, because I don't want that to happen.
Tucker, who was just evicted, the sixth person.
Why did he do that turtle noise?
I'm sitting here with Tucker, who was just evicted, the sixth person.
Great. So far, so good.
Vote of 5-3. You feel ridiculous in your punishment costume.
I know.
If anyone can pull it off, it's you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk.
Appreciate it.
Let's talk about tonight. It was the third time you were on the block.
Yeah.
Each time you volunteered to be the pawn.
Yes.
Why?
Hold on. I feel like this is a little bit like... I feel like it's a little bit cropped weird. I think I can fix that. Yeah, there we go. I was like, why does it feel like it's bigger than this? There. No, almost gonna bother me that little sliver is sitting there. Okay.
Trying to build that resume, I was for sure thinking I could make it to the end. I knew it was big risks, but again, with big risks come big rewards.
You seemed half-hearted when you volunteered to T-Corps. You're a Alliance member. Were you surprised that she took you up on it?
Yes, I was. I was surprised she did.
She didn't warn you.
She didn't. Well, I offered it, and then she was really like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have offered it. But I offered it to two people that I wasn't in an alliance with, and that paid off. So I figured I just wanted her to have the happiest HOH. She has one of the most contagious, joyous energies I've ever experienced. I cried when she won the HOH, and I never had that feeling before, being so overjoyed for someone, so.
You gave her $5,000, which is why you're in this punishment costume.
Yeah.
No regrets?
Not at all. I had a checklist of things I wanted to do in here, and everyone on the outside knows a punishment was one of them. As funny as it sounds, there's a lot you can do in that house, and a lot of people only experience the tip of the iceberg, and I feel like I experienced everything you could in there besides.
Yeah, see, I think he's just got good energy about him. I think that the things that you should take away from this is that Tucker is not your average player. He'll volunteer to anybody. He'll even figure a way to justify. He's like, you know, I did volunteer, offer it up to other people, so I should offer that same courtesy to T-Corps. She won't take it probably, but I should still do my due diligence. That's one. The second thing is, not enough is being said about the fact that T-Corps had this much of Tucker's eye and Tucker's feelings, so much so that he wanted to see T-Corps happy. I think we could see from the outside looking in that there were moments where T-Corps definitely just wanted Tucker out, and like when they first did the blindside, she didn't want to work with him. But she had a whole control over him a little bit. You gotta give him that a little bit.
Besides winning the money at this point, so.
You're going home with $20,000, thanks to...
I know! Thank you! Thank you.
We always say expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
You took it to the next level.
That's right.
In the Big Brother house as a house guest. Was that your strategy, to be so reckless, unpredictable?
No, that's just me. People that go in my apartment, they're like, this is organized chaos. I'm an artist. I always go on the path less traveled, and I'm the youngest of two brothers, so they know how to beat me in every way, so I got to think of a different way to play every game, and then end up beating them. Not this one, maybe next time. But
How sustainable did you think this controlled chaos or chaos?
Also, real quick, I feel like Julie did a horrendous job on the bit of the interview we saw in the episode. I was like, what is this questioning? It was annoying, but we move.
Unpredictable gameplay was going to take you.
Well, I came in knowing how the game is normally played and knowing that it's gonna have to come down to the people in there. And
True.
I just didn't think it needed to be played lying and deceiving so often and so intensely. I like to be very...
I disagree with you here. You wanted Quinn to be blindsided yesterday. So let's not act like you didn't do your own share of lying and deceiving, my friend. You played a lot of shooting from the hip and face to face for sure, but you kind of did some cloak and daggering yourself. Let's not, come on.
Be truthful. I was raised to thine own self be true, and maybe that was...
Look at Julie's face after he says that. 1 second.
Raised to thine own self be true, and
It was at this moment that Julie knew Tucker. Get her the... Skelly! Relax.
maybe that was my fault, but I like to put others before myself.
Sounds biblical.
Ah, God! Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start falling in love with Rabina?
Man. I mean, when we were holding to go in there, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Shocker. And she was giggling right in front of me. And I was like, oh, this is someone I'm gonna really like. I didn't know it would grow to be as big as it has, but I'm very grateful for it. And
May, oh my God. That's what I thought about too, Grace. I was like, that smile, she was like, that God 101 episode about to go stupid.
looking forward to seeing how both of our outside lives mend together, and hope it works out for the best, because I really like her.
Define that a little bit. Your hopes are what? Because you live in... Define that a little bit.
Was she too into it? Julie, you're a little too into showmances. You're a little stanny.
Hope it works out for the best, because I really like her.
Define that a little bit.
Define that a little bit. Your hopes are what? Because you live in
New York.
Brooklyn, and she lives...
Out here.
I wouldn't, Grace, because I don't want anyone to ever misconstrue that I am anti anybody's religion. I'm not here to, like, everyone's faith is important to them, however they choose to practice it, or how deep into faith they choose to be. I never feel like they should not have that. I'm okay with them having that. I do have this mentality of I would like a separation of church and reality TV. And when I say church, I don't mean specifically a church. I mean religion and reality TV. I feel like when it meshes, I don't love it. That's what I mean. So I don't want to watch God 101 and then we're laughing and it's gonna seem like we're shitting on it. I don't want to do that. From afar, without watching it, I can say this stuff, you know? All right.
So what happens? And she lives...
Out here.
So what happens?
Julie, you're a little too into this.
I've had a long distance relationship before, but that didn't work out. But that was a different person, you know?
I had a long distance relationship once, Tucker, and it worked out real good. So it could still work out for you too.
Oh, so I really think we can make it work out. We're we're super there for each other, and we've gone through a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I think that adds a lot to the foundation of our relationship. And I think that we got a strong enough foundation that it can build up as high as we want it to.
Do you want to see your goodbye messages?
Yes, we do. Thank God. It was a good impression. Psh, stop it. Stop. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Rob is a good impression.
Oh man, yeah, but I'm gonna cry. But that's all right. Everyone knows I cry. I'm gonna cry.
Look at Julie, man. Julie is in love with this man. She is beaming looking at this dude right now. That's okay. You can cry.
That's all right. Everyone knows I cry.
Tucker, finally, we got your butt out of this house. You are too good of a player.
Great reaction. I will say, great sport through all of this, Tucker has been.
Any chance we have to take, we needed to take it. And I can't wait to hang out with you in New York.
Bow, 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 bow. Oh my gosh! As terrible as it is to say, you shouldn't have used the veto on me, man. I love you, and I hope you have a great summer.
It was your mom's birthday.
You.
So in 90 Day Universe, we have this thing called Pillow Talk where they have the couples watch the show. And they're not from that season. They're from a different season, but they're like alumni, and they'll watch the show and do commentary. We need a show like that for Big Brother. Put Tucker on that show.
Gave me strength when I was at my weakest point, but I came in here to be strong on my own. I love you forever, Tucker.
Tucker, I love the crap out of you. I feel humbled and grateful to have gotten to know you, and it's only the beginning in my eyes, and I'll see you.
Tucker, you know.
I always forget that we're gonna see everybody's because the music just loops. They haven't like mixed it properly. We're gonna keep getting more. I really hope that wasn't the first I love you either. I love the crap out of you is a wild way to do it. Not any Rubina's so funny. That's what I'm saying. Because then like, all right, anyway, here's Cam. Here's Cam.
I love you, my dog. It's just the game.
Okay, so both Rubina and Cam breaking the I love you barrier.
I'll see you.
Oh, they've dropped the L word before. You would know that. You are a stan. Scally there holding a big camcorder towards his monitor because for some reason Scally's not screen recording. Scally's filming it with one of those old school camcorders that's got like the big butt. And he's just like, oh my God, all right, so wait, what time is it? All right, approximately at 2:40 a.m. August 22nd. First I love you. Let me put that on my diary.
Tucker, you know I love you, my dog. It's just the game. I can't wait to go out to New York and chill with Ziggy, run around the city and have hella fun. Love you, my dog, and peace out.
Okay, so if we're counting, Rubina said love once. Cam said it twice.
Tucker, I miss you already, my man. You are such an impeccable person. I wish you nothing but the best outside of this house, and I can't wait to party you up in Costa Rica with you. Tucker, this house, and I can't wait to party you up in Costa Rica with you.
Party up.
Tucker, it has been an absolute blast getting to know you. You're an absolute beast. I'm sorry that came to your downfall. I wish you a lot of good tuck in the outside world.
Tuck. I've only ever...
It's a pun. Good tuck, good luck. It's a pun.
I tried my best to protect you in this house, but unfortunately, I think others saw an opportunity to evict someone as incredible of a competitor as you. I can't wait to keep in touch. I love you so much.
All right, Chemo, another person putting one in the love department, but a so much. I love you so much over I love the crap out of you. I feel like, obviously, she can't say shit on the show, but I love the crap out of you kind of sounds a little childish to me. Like, it doesn't sound not romantic, but you know what I mean. So I would say I love the crap out of somebody. Never. I mean, it's not in my vocabulary, but you know.
All my aloha. Mwah.
Tucker, dude, if you're seeing this message right now, I literally have no idea what the hell happened, man. I really did have your back in this game. I love you to bits, and I'm so sorry to...
I love you to bits. Great way to declare love. I love you to bits. I love you to the moon and back. I love the crap out of you. I don't love. I love the fuck out of you. I like that, but you can never say that on the show. Again, this is all in jest, obviously. Tucker Crown for Joseph. That's the one that did it.
I see you go, man.
Hey Taka, if you're seeing this, that means things went absolutely not to plan. The three of us, me, Rubina, and Chemo, are gonna do our best to continue to make it all the way to the end. Love you.
Straight to the point. Love you. A lot of love yous. You know what? This is probably just like because we're hypersensitive on the love word right now tonight. How many of them say they love each other on all the other goodbye messages? Probably more than I'm thinking right now.
Love them all.
My over the pants. Oh, my one true pair one true pair for real. Scally, I was like, what the fuck are you confessing in the chat? Your one true pair. I thought OTP. It has another meaning. That's what I thought you were saying. So just clarifying now. Just clarifying now. Okay. What did Papaya say? Oh, Papaya, thank you for the 2 bits and the love you 2 bits. Ugh. Papaya, you're really good at this.
They're all great.
Any regrets?
No. This is one of the best experiences of life, and life's all about experience, so I wouldn't take anything back.
What's next for you?
You guys tell me. I'm ready to play any games. I'm ready to compete.
I think your phone is going to be ringing. It's just a wild guess.
I don't think she's wrong.
Tucker, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Tucker.
He was very, very good. I thought that was great. Take care, Damien. Have a good night. Take care. Do you see and can you report on the Facebook casuals thoughts on Angela after her punishment and turning on Tucker? I did check the Facebook casuals last night, and basically the findings that I have to share with you is that they've done a full, like, not that they were fully converted on they like Angela now, but having Tucker in her corner was definitely good backing for her. But then when the show makes it seem like she flipped on him, which she kind of did, she lost all of it and went back to 0 again. So yeah. She forgot to ask what he thinks about JD Vance as the Republican nominee. I'm so happy they did away with that after week 1. I think the further away they get from it, like, think about how recently was that? Or it might have just been because it was the first week, or they were like, okay, we tried that didn't work, we'll move on. I don't know. I got you, RG Event. I got you always. All right. The next thing I wanted to do was get some more questions answered here. How do you watch Feast and prepare for your Friday update? Specifically, how do you gather info from both camps? Since there is no flashback feature, I enjoy reading your tweets when you're watching, prepping for the updates, by the way. Appreciate that question, Asker. So, I used to have a different method to what I do now, because before I could just pause and rewind whenever I needed to. But now it's all about priority. I've always said this, if there are 2 cameras and one is a big group of like 8 people, 6 people, whatever, and one is of 2 people, I always check the 2 people one because they're having a conversation that's more often than not going to be about a game. If there's 2 cameras with 2 people on each side, I unlock and I check to see, or unmute, and I check to see what they're talking about. If they're like, oh, you know, I like this snack, I'm like, all right, I love that for you, but I don't need to know that. I just mute, go back to the conversation. So you got to pick and choose your battles there. And I stay up as late as I can to watch. Behind the scenes, I do have a method to be able to catch up in the mornings in case I miss anything. But I don't love that method because it's not a guaranteed method. It's still, there's still potential for that to go sideways, so I don't like to do that if I don't have to, which is why I stay up as late as I can on Fridays. And thankfully, having the noon start time is great for me. I don't know what I'm going to do when we go to jury, because I assume we're going to roll back to 11 at that point. Don't quote me on that, I don't know, but I just assume they're going to pull it back to 11, because why would they switch up? So, but yeah. I am an elementary school teacher and I have had an increase in students who speak Farsi and Pashto. Any suggestions on how I could learn the basics of the languages to better communicate with my students who don't speak English yet? Question asker, there are a couple of TikTok accounts I've seen that are people who just teach Farsi to English speaking folks on TikTok. Something like that. If you find like a YouTube account, I find like they'll give you like the general conversational stuff maybe that you could pick up. But otherwise, I be honest, the last time I pursued a new language was like when I was in grade 8. So I don't have tried and true methods. So T-Core worked on Kamala's campaign. Julie got to tell her. Well, now that T-Core's probably going to make it to jury, I don't think that comes up till the finale night. Can you record the feeds from Pluto? I haven't tried. You can record feeds from Pluto if you have a browser open and like an OBS or screen recorder app that's recording it for you, for sure. I wish the live feed update started a little later. Personally, I rarely make it live. I feel like I agree with that take, especially because I feel like there's oftentimes some stuff that'll happen in the morning that would be nice to just talk about on that episode. Kind of like a breaking news moment. But sadly, sometimes it gets pushed to the next update, even though you're like, it's happening right now. Can we just talk about it here? But you can't. Miss Nikki, thank you for the 39th month with the Prime Sub. Appreciate you. How many languages do I speak? Okay. So I speak English and Farsi. I can read Arabic and I can understand Arabic. I can't speak Arabic. Those are the main three, really and truly. And then I'm relatively good at picking up some bits and bobs from languages, almost sometimes through context clues. And I'm very receptive to when people are speaking as to what they're talking about, but not enough to claim that I can speak or understand proper. Quinn noticed he didn't get condoms in his HOH basket. Oh my God, what is this clip? Oh, Camjula, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. How many PA languages are difficult for me? So I'm always impressed by multilingual people. Thank you, Gabagoof. I studied Spanish for a couple of years, 2 semesters in university. Didn't make it that far. I took French for 3 years back in middle school, high school. Did not do well with it. Didn't pursue it, continue it. But yeah. Thoughts on Tabina and them lasting? I'm rooting for them. I hope they last if that's what they want and if they're good for each other. That's really my thoughts on the two of them. They make a sweet couple, but also I don't have a rooting interest in their relationship personally, because I mean, it's not my relationship, you know, but they seem happy together. So I hope they continue that happiness. And I think it goes both ways. I think it's a reciprocated happiness. Do you ever feel that a group on a podcast is less strong than others? Hold on. Let me read this proper. Spanish is so useful in the US. Miel, I agree. If I was to learn a language right now, it would be Spanish. Do you ever feel that a group on a podcast is less strong than others? For example, I loved Mimi last night, but I think she needed to be on with a more messy person than Taryn or Rob. So some jokes were missed. Do you feel that? Do you feel this as it's happening? There's definitely been podcasts where I'm like, if you put one more person in here, like if this person and this person met up in this podcast, it would be like the perfect, not disaster, but like, you know what I mean? Mess, like the perfect level of mess. That's definitely a vibe I get on some pods. Like it still was a great podcast. It could have been better with like the inclusion of this person kind of thing. Cause I don't disagree with you. I definitely think there's like sometimes jokes that get missed by the different person. But also every person has different, what am I trying to say here? Everyone has different characteristics, right? I feel like if you want them filthy jokes, you know what squad you want to get. It's a very similar squad to what you got on Wednesday. If you're looking for like the breakdown is different. So it depends. Your better half and Mimi. Liana and Mimi would definitely match each other's freak. For sure. Cupcakes are nice. Thank you for the 31st month. Appreciate you. Welcome back in, Cupcakes. Hope you're doing well. Happy to be here another month. Happy to have you here another month. I definitely don't fluently speak any other languages, but I tried to learn some Italian before a trip last year, and YouTube is a great resource for phrases. Apps, Duolingo was okay. Drops is more like flashcards, and I think Memrise was another one. I also found that there are some audiobooks for learning if you're an audiobook person. There we go. Thank you, Mandy. Sasha with me would be a good one. I agree. Some pairings of people are better than others, but I feel like nobody who is consistently on RHAP is weak. I don't think so. I don't think, not recently, not as of right now. I agree with that. I agree with you, Henry. Stream categorizing the BB podcasters when? Nope. Nope. Never. Scally, speaking of which, did you hear the news about a project you and I'll be working on? Fun fact, Tucker's on-speaking role in Good Fight was in an episode where he was a guest in a BB house where there was a sex lawsuit filed against the network. Wow, I did not know this, Daisy. Liana Mike Bloom, for example, iconic on the B&B. They're like a perfect match for that, for the B&B, for sure. If you can afford it, find a private tutor. My friend does that for work, and she's incredible at it, and it's better having someone to be accountable to. This is true, Jinx. It just depends on how deep you're committed to it. Maybe September. Exactly, Scally, which I'm going to announce right here, right now. I mean, maybe I shouldn't announce until I like confirm that we're all good to go. But I'll say this much. Traders Canada Season 2 premieres September 26th. So if everything goes according to plan, we'll be back with regular coverage of Traders Canada Season 2. And I'm very excited for it. All right. Can we get Tangela for the Amazing Race instead of Tabina? Tangela, what? Tucker and Angela? Unlikely, probably. Oh my God. Perfect timing. Besides Liana, who is your backup The Amazing Race partner? I feel like it depends what kind of answer. If I'm going for the gold, if I'm going for the dub, I would try and recruit Mary. If I'm going for vibes and a good time, and we're gonna have fun and make good content no matter what, it'd be like a Chappelle or Scally would be in that range for me. Yeah, I think that's about it. Annabelle would be incredible for vibes as well. Me and Dwight, one of us isn't making it back from the Amazing Race at that point. I don't think we can handle each other for that long. I would just make fun of him for doing good. I'd be like, oh, wow, you're going to scale this mountain for us, huh? Wow, okay. Okay, man. Okay, I see you, Jim, bro. I see you. And then that would not work. Phil T would be another good vibes one. Taryn, I think Taryn would hate me if we did Amazing Race together. I don't think that we would not gel well at all. I think Taryn would definitely be, I think, rightfully competitive. And I don't think I can keep up with that level of competitive. I'm a competitive person, but I don't think I'm keeping up with his energy of like, all right, let's keep running. Okay, no. We do not keep running. Absolutely not, you know? But yeah, me and Phil would be chaos for sure. What skills do you have that would make you successful at Amazing Race? I'm great vibes. Okay. I'm good people person. I'm approachable. I'm a friendly guy. I think that's good. They call me Stack City. I can stack things well on top of each other if we need to stack stuff. And I'm great on navigation. I'm a great passenger princess. So, give me the map. I got you. I'll even feed you snacks if you need it, you know? Taryn and Mary would kill it. Carly, did you just fire me from the team and put Taryn on it? Taryn would hate anyone you have to do that with, to be fair. Yeah. You want vibes for Taryn? You put him with Jacob Jones. And I was going to bring them up, but Brent with Taryn could have been the most incredible Amazing Race team. I mean, talk about one of them doesn't make it back from the Amazing Race. Next question. I have seen this news, question asker, and it is absolutely devastating. I was reading about it today. Hey, I got into the anonymous duty recommendation. Is there any chance that we'll continue to do coverage about it? Because I've been loving it. Unfortunately, as of right now, doesn't seem to be plans for it. But like I've been saying, if you want coverage, make sure you let Rob know on Twitter, or if you're in the Patreon group, put in the Patreon group. Let him know you want that content. I miss Jacob on the live feed updates. I feel like Jacob's just kind of been MIA on the Big Brother tip. He's busy with life, but he's doing great. He's living at large, you know. The last time we saw Jacob was during the pressure cooker, I believe. He made an appearance. All right, one more question. Oh, someone replied for the grad school person. Oh, no, they're updating what it was. It's an art job and an art grad degree. So it opens up being a professorship, but that's about it. I do want to be a professor as my retirement plan, but right now art industry is a little fucked, so security of this job is nice despite lower than average pay. Okay, so it sounds like the money is the more important thing. So I would say go look for the spot for more money, because that sounds like that's what is important right now. So if another job is offering more money as opposed to something like this, definitely go for it. He was on very, very early in the BBC, like maybe episode the 3rd or 4th ep. See, I missed that completely, Sam. Can you vote on the upcoming election? Yes. Hell yeah. We're all caught up on the questions now, chat. You and Rob should do it. What Amazing Race? Again, I think Rob would not like me after that. Do you like AmeriCorey or Corey Zach for the Amazing Race? Both good options. I'm trying to think which one I'd pick more. Zach is funny, but the Corey and America dynamic together is more funny, I think. So I would go Corey and America. Final answer. Nice on the voting. Thank you, man, hero. Hell yeah, Gabagoof, you know it. Man, I missed the flashback on the feeds. I want to see Quinn's HOH talks. Max Rages, there's a couple of Twitter accounts I can point in your direction that, while they're not the entirety of the one-on-ones, you get like a decent chunk of them. And Quinn's one-on-ones were very quick. There's a couple Twitter accounts that still do a good job of posting as much as they can. America and Zach, I mean, listen, cut out the middleman. Corey, you go Betty Bye. You go Sleepies. America and Zach got this. That'd be funny. Potentially having another job offer might make their current employer more willing to move their offer up. That's true. If you're like, hey, I'm going to go, I got a better job, giving me more money, they can choose to match it. Or they're like, all right, have a good, enjoy. And you're like, all right, bye. AmeriCorey would make better TV to people unacquainted with them. I think their dynamics. Oh, I see what you mean. If like someone's meeting them for the first time as a couple, they'll be like, this is fun. I see what you mean, I think. Did you see the last episode of Real Housewives OC? Tamra hosted a Traders game with the Housewives cast. It was funny. I heard about this. Someone added me and let me know, like, hey, I know you like are involved in all the trader stuff. If this is something that's interesting to you and you want to give it a check it out. I've not checked it out yet, but I've heard about it. Has anyone else seen Zach's video on the harassment he's been getting? Yes, Pixie. You're talking about Zach Rants, right? Yes, absolutely horrible. The way Quinn could not stop smiling during his one-on-one with Leah. Listen, down bad saloon, okay? There was a Drag Race Canada episode where they spoofed the traders. I heard about this as well, Scally. But I've not seen it. I've not checked them out. I would like to. I was thinking of rewatching Traders Canada soon, Scally, so I'm refreshed for season 2. Leah was so cringe with her one-on-one. I can't even say like I can blame. I think the part that was cringy for me, I reenacted or brought up on the live feed update today, because I noticed Taryn was gonna sweep that under the rug. Taryn was not gonna bring up the thing that Leah said, and I said, Taryn, if we have to watch it, if I have to live it, I know you're trying to nice the folks, but they got to know too. So we talked about it. We talked about it. I don't know if you've seen the kind of person with their siblings, significant other on a tar season, but it is a fun dynamic. That'd be a fun dynamic for sure. How do US girlies watch Traders Canada? Gabagoof, I'll give you the low-key answer. So we watched the entirety of the show live during the premiere, during the airing of it in season 1. And the number one way to do it was through Discord. We had a couple people streaming it in my Discord, other Discords, and that's like the main way. After that, I believe, did we, Sam, you're here, I think. Do we have them available on the patron form after the fact? But also, is Canada on Peacock? I think Canada's on Peacock now, right? But if you're trying to watch it live, that's the best way to go about it. I tried looking for alternatives. It's very difficult to figure out a way to do it yourself on in the States, unless we've got a lovely Canadian among us. And that came in clutch. Okay, Traders Canada, not on Peacock. Nope. Nope. Oh, the other ones are, but not Canada. But he knows that democracy dies in the darkness, and therefore one must share the cringe moments. Exactly. Hey, listen, you're tuning into the live feed update to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And let me tell you, when there's ugly, it's cringe. And when it's cringe, you gotta know. It's not often that we're talking about stuff that were ugly on updates that are not problematic. This was just an ugly in that it was kind of cringe, but it wasn't a problematic thing. And those problematic conversations are very hard to have. This is hard to have for a different reason, but we should have it still. What music did Quinn get? Tizo touchdown. What was Angela crying on the hammock? I mean, she feels alone now, y'all. Angela has no allies to her feelings. Tucker's gone, her number one ally. She's like ousted out of the alliance that she had. She was already in the bottom of it, and then she was only there by the wishes of Tucker. And she's just alone. I think she's just in her feelings because she's alone. Trish Canada's on the patron spreadsheet. Thank you for double checking Red Wings. Appreciate it. So yeah, those are your options. Is that if you're a patron, you get it like the next day or day and a half later, something like that. If you want it live, if you're in my Discord, I got you. Hopefully. I have to double check with some of the people that streamed it for us and see if they're available around to do it. I'm gonna see if I can get screeners, because relying on that was a little bit lucky for us for the pod last year. Because if like on the event that we can't get access to it, then we're kind of screwed, because if the pod is going live, it's different. Quinn was gonna make a mean speech directed at Angela, but I haven't seen what he said post. I don't know. Maybe he said something mean. I'm not sure. In defense, if you defend America's gameplay, I did, you must defend Leah's same behavior. I mean, I think that too many people are taking Leah to task for doing this, saying that, and not playing the game. Just because you're not actively choosing to play the game doesn't mean you're not playing the game. Leah's low-key playing the game. How many people in that house outside of Tucker can say they've got 3 people willing to still play with them and willing to still not put them up, even though they've talked shit about them to other people? Not many people. Tucker had hella crushes that were following him around. And Leah's got her own little mist going on. I wouldn't call them the same. I don't think they're necessarily calling them the same, Sally. But Leah's absolutely playing the game. She has Quinn wrapped around her pinky. Exactly. Again, just because you're not actively like saying, all right, for my game now, I'm going to go and manipulate and miss this person. I don't think she's doing that, but she's still manipulating him. You know what I mean? And it's incredible to watch. How common is it for you all to get screeners of the shows you cover? And Hero, not often. Some shows I've been blessed to get access. Most shows, no. I've been covering 90 Day for 4 years now. I still have to wait till the episode drops to do it. And it's a little bit harder for shows where like having screeners doesn't matter if it's for a show where I have a guest on weekly, because I have access to screeners. The guest may not, and the guest has to wait for the episode anyway. So it only helps if I'm like doing time management and I have like more free time to do something else later. But Joseph wants to be around the ring finger, 100%. We've seen a lot more passive players than Leah. She has a little taste of Allison. I agree. It's actually sad that women believe they have to flirt to succeed in the game. That is a society problem. I wouldn't blanket it that all women feel like they have to flirt to succeed in the game. Yeah. I liked hearing her say last week she purposely didn't talk to people about her being a nom option. She said she knew the more she acknowledged it, the more people would talk about it to the HOH. I don't know if that specifically is what saved her from the arena, but it was good to see if she had that game sense. I mean, she's not wrong. You know, she's doing the opposite of what Tucker is doing, which is basically immediately being like, yeah, you can put me up. Whereas Leah will skirt around. If the word nominee comes up, she'll just switch topic on you and talk about some random shit, which it's kind of perfect. You know, it's that if I don't make eye contact, they won't come over. You know what I mean? It's like when you're okay. I've done this before, and this might be mean. This might be uncalled. You might not shouldn't be doing that. You know, to me, sometimes when I'm out and about, whether I'm going grocery shopping or running an errand or going to a function where I'm not expecting to see people that I know, sometimes when I see people I know, I will avoid their gaze. I will avoid looking at them. Like I'll see them and I'm like, all right, do not look back there. Because there's a chance I can just walk past them and they won't say anything and we can move along. Because it's a lot more energy to have to put in, especially if I'm running an errand or I'm doing like groceries. I don't look presentable, you know. I'm like this isn't me at my best. I don't want to see you to see me like this. If they stop me, they stop me. We talk. I give you the full energy that I'm avoiding giving you. I'll do it, but I'll avoid it. I feel like it's kind of that similar feeling with Leah, where it's like, if I don't say noms and you don't say noms, then it makes no sense for you to nom me. But if you say noms, then I got to talk about it. If I have to, I have to, kind of thing. But yeah, I think I'll do that sometimes. Listen, sometimes you got to do it. And I've gotten away with it a lot. I've had it happen a couple times where I've been called out, as in they're like, Pooya, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Let's talk. But, you know, that is a lot of hot dogs on feeds. How many hot dogs, Sally? How many hot dogs can you count? Man, they got the grill, didn't they? Is the grill because of, it's Labor Day weekend, right? Is that what it is for? Oh my God, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I saw you ask this earlier and then I forgot to answer it. There is Goose Goose this weekend, 5 p.m. Sunday, should be going down. Still finalizing the roster. I can't do that to him. Hold on. I can't do that to him. I can't do that to him. 1 second. All right, there we go. But yeah, thanks for re-asking, Jennifer. I'm happy you didn't give up on that, because I didn't mean to. I wasn't like airing your question. I just forgot it. Sometimes that happens to me. Well, 1,000,000% sometimes I just do not want to be social if I'm doing errands and just exactly. I just want to drown the noise in my headphones. Just keep walking. Keep walking, do my own thing. All right, happy I didn't do it. Perfect. Cool. It's good. That's what they did last season for Red's birthday. Sadly, we do not get my birthday twin Cedric on the 11th. BBQ, that is, plus Labor Day. Gotcha, Robin. How many hot dogs can I eat at once? Is this like I'm trying to hit a max number, or it's like I'm hungry and I'm sitting down for a indulgent meal? Like, is it a challenge or is it just me doing the thing? Soja, that punk is goated. So, because if it's a challenge, I think it's a different answer than I'm just indulging. Possibly 20 on that plate. That's a lot of hot dogs. Doesn't it get cold? This is me issue. I feel like I always avoid. I'm like, but I want to eat it now because it'll get cold. I believe I did. All the pregnant women out there, says Gabagoof. Have a good night and get some good rest, Pooya. Thank you, and Hero. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Appreciate it. Going for the belt, says Max Rages. Okay, if I'm going for the belt, I think I could put away, and this is with buns and all, right? Buns and all, and honestly, I would love to say more. How many minutes do I have? Thoughts on United's Europa League draw? Red Wings, can I be honest with you? I looked at the draw, and I forgot we're not going to have a group stage anymore, and it's this new format with 8 games. I haven't quite analyzed all the fixtures to know if we got a good one. Based on what I read, it sounds like we got the best of the English teams as far as the setup goes, but dip in the water, buns in water. I don't think I'm going to eat like that. I want to enjoy the meal, if that makes sense. Even though it's a challenge, I don't want to do the, yeah, I'm just going to eat the soggy mess. Not for me. Not for me. Bates, hello, welcome in. Is it grill to order instead of cooking them all at once? Yes. Yes, Sally, absolutely. Nathan's is 10 minutes. They haven't announced timing for the Netflix one on Monday. Gotcha, Jennifer. Okay, so if I have 10 minutes. I got to eat as much as I can. Honestly, I think 10. Unlimited time, but no stopping. I think 10. 10 is like the ceiling at the moment. I don't think I could go beyond that. But mind you, I'm going just like to enjoy it. I think 10 is like the ceiling. I think if I'm like indulging, I can have 3. If I'm just like having like a I'm really hungry, let me just get some food in me. Probably 3. But 10 and 10 would be me like really pushing it. And I don't think I'd feel good after. By the way, I started an office job and I binged all of your old Among Us VODs. It was a great background thing to watch and do work. Hey, Henry, I'm happy you're enjoying the VODs. For those of you who do not know, I do have a YouTube channel where we do post some of these VODs. They exist over there. The hope is to one day post all of them, or as many as I can. But that's where a lot of VODs are. There's some tier lists there. There's some absolute audacities, and there's a lot of couscous and Among Us stuff. We're talking the jumbo size or the skinny ones. How big? How big are these hot dogs? We didn't talk about that. World record is Joey Chestnut eating 76. See, yeah, no, I'm not even getting to 12. 10 is even too much. I think I say 10, I'll do 8, you know? Call if they bring out the cocktail shrimp platter. Now that we're talking. How many brats could you eat at once? Miel, are we talking brats like with all the fixins, or are we just talking the meat? Brats. Oh God, I could do maybe 5 brats. It's a little chonky. I feel like someone sent a message that I once again have missed. 1 second. I'm a vegetarian, so I can only eat like 1.5 veggie dogs. Are not very good. Ah, gotcha, Miel. Gotcha. Those 76 dogs and buns were eaten in 10 minutes. No, thank you. That too much. Yeah, I've seen Chestnut vs. Kobayashi coming in. Was it Monday? Someone said on Netflix. Soon. Danny Becker, thank you for the prime. So appreciate it. Late to the bye because of OU football, but glad I could make it. Go Sooners and Listen to Crew. Welcome in, Danny. I hope you had fun. Hope it was a good game for you. Hope you got the result you were looking for. Oh, so earlier, chat, I was gonna say, the reason why I didn't sleep today is because after the live feed update, my sister called me and we talked for like 2 hours. I did some cleaning. Then I was kind of hungry, so I made some food. I ate. And then by that point, it was like closer to 5-ish. And tonight at 7, I had my fantasy football draft. So I was in a position where I could sleep 2 hours, but 2 hours would have seemed not enough. And I was afraid of missing the draft. So I stayed up. And then I'm here. Because that draft went to almost 9:20. Then I spent some time with Liana. Then I came here. Show us your team. Okay, so the funny thing about my team, Red Wings, is that Yahoo I was one of the 2 teams that got an A+ rating. But then when I asked some people about their opinions, they said my team was a little bit sketchy. And I don't think it's the best option. I think I definitely fucked up in the last couple rounds. But I can tell you what I have if you wanna judge it for yourself. All right. The draft is Monday for y'all. Hey. How do I post this without it being a thing? They felt betrayed by the sus dog imposter dog. The reason Joey has someone DQ'd veggie dog sponsor. That's so stupid to me, but also, yeah, whatever. All right, let me see. A copy paste work? It will not. I'm gonna read the names. Red Wings, you tell me, okay? In QB, CJ Stroud. Also, I'm gonna mispronounce some of these names because I'm not very deep in the football, okay? And I do apologize. Feel free to correct me. So CJ Stroud. Wide receivers are Drake London and Zay Flowers. Running backs are Breece Hall and Josh Jacobs. Tight end is Kyle Pitts. In the flex spot, we have Najee Harris. On the bench, we have Xavier Worthy. A person I picked for the name and the name only, Lad McConkey. Then I got Trevor Lawrence as the backup QB. I've got Taysom Hill as the backup tight end, which was stupid because he has the same bye week as my tight end Kyle Pitts. So I need to figure that out. And then I picked two what I thought could be sleepers with potential in the future in Tank Bigsby and Cam Akers. Okay. And then Harrison Butker as the kicker. Yes, I know we do not like this man. I don't like this man. But I needed a kicker. And then for defense, I went with the New York Jets. So we'll see. It's good. What? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Comp judges were like, Joey's gone woke. Disgusting. Gabagoof. That's disgusting. Shot my win MVP. We like this. Tank Bigsby is a strong name. It really is. I like it. I appreciate that, chat. Shrimp. What I would give for shrimp in a fat dip of cocktail sauce. I would love some shrimp. Fried shrimp is up there for me as one of my favorite foods. Kyle Pitts has burned me in the past. Always pick him and he always disappoints. Lionel, so I had an opportunity to pick, who did Mike draft at the very end, which annoyed me because I was going to pick him and then I got distracted and forgot. It was this player. I could have picked them in the last pick and then shoved them into my IR slot, which I did not. Mike picked in the last round. Oh, it was TJ Hawkinson in the 15th round. I could have just picked him and stashed him and I forgot to. So that was my bad. Well, Ichiyami, thank you. All right. Last call in the forum chat. The forum is still up to date. And then I saw someone said they nodded off and they were going to sleep. Who did I miss? Have you already talked, Big Brother? Do we think Angela's in trouble this week? I think as of right now, yes, Danny. But I'm not sure what the house's plans are at the moment. Oh, AM was nodding off. Good night, AM. Take care. TJ's also out for the first 4 weeks. Yeah, but he would have been my backup, especially after the Taysom mess up, because Taysom is has the same bye week as my own goddamn tight end, so I have no tight end for week 12. I might just punt on week 12. Might also be the only one I've ever heard. Itchy, I had a feeling when you gave me that compliment that that's exactly what you meant, and I'm happy I wasn't wrong. And let Kalish get the win. Well, once I saw Kalish was my opponent, I really didn't want to. But we'll see. We'll see. If he's like doing horribly and him winning would screw someone else over, maybe I'd let it happen. Or if oh my god, this is so funny. Mandy, I saw the meme you put in the Discord. If you're still here. But yeah, colluding is all talking 11 weeks. Listen, I am not above scumbaggery in this league because some of you are degenerates. Welcome in, Crows. Crows, do not redeem anything. The points are closed for the night, Crows. Welcome in, but the points are closed for the night. No reward redeems, please. Crows, we just went through this, Crows. Okay? Pay attention. That's exactly why I picked him, Henry, for those opportunities. Because he can do the QB spot. You type fast. I know you waste no time. I'll have the mods refund it for you. All right, final question of the night in the form. What up, Gross? We're talking about a bunch of things. To give you the ups and downs of it. We talked about how currently no plans for an anonymous podcast moving forward. That was one. The other thing was I watched all of The Boys in 96 hours. It was a great time. And then we talked about Big Brother stuff, obviously, for a Friday night. We've been answering some questions in the forum, which has been good. And I'm about to answer the next one, which is, would you feel comfortable going to a music festival now with a ton of people? I'm unsure with COVID still and all. Honestly, I think there's still quite a few people that do not feel certain and comfortable putting themselves in that position. I definitely understand that sentiment, and I don't blame people who feel that way. I think personally, I don't know, to be honest, I've not thought about it. I don't remember the last time I went to a music festival. It's been a minute. So it's tough. I think I would feel comfortable. I think I'm at a place right now where I would feel comfortable, but also it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, sadly, right? Where if I'm hearing more and more about cases, situations, I think I'd be a lot more avoidant. And I'm sure there is cases and stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I know there is, but it's the out of sight, out of mind is definitely something that ends up working for me with a lot of things in my life. If only you could watch all of The Mole in 96 hours. I mean, I could. Are people still concerned about COVID? Of course, Andrew. I mean, that was no joke. What happened 4 years ago was not a regular thing. So it's only natural to have residual feelings about it. When we travel, when we fly, Liana still very much wants to, protect as much as we can, especially when we're going to go visit family. You don't want to get anybody sick. Which I definitely understand. Even with the music festival, I have to think a while to decide, and even then, I don't know if I'd go through with it. So, but yeah. All right, chat. We have been here for 2 hours. I will apologize in advance that I will be dipping out here at this section. I have adrenaline right now, so I need to cool down and then go to bed. The sooner I can go to bed, the better, because I would like to wake up and do some stuff tomorrow. I have to watch and record Bel Air tomorrow, so that's gotta happen. And not having slept today definitely is gonna impact me in that regard. But I hope y'all had fun, because I definitely had a good ass time with you as always. Fridays are my favorite stream. Even if I was streaming every day, Fridays would always be the favorite. I'm thinking of and currently planning the next big streaming project for the post Big Brother world. We'll get into that in the future. That's right, Gabagoof. Thank you, chat. As someone else had 3 rounds in last calendar, 5 total, and I also math, just know how you get sick and prepare. 100%, Robin. 100%. Thank you to everybody who has subbed, bidded, followed, new follower, new chatters. Thank you for coming out of lurk mode if you felt comfortable chatting. Lurkers, I hope you had fun as well. Hope I wasn't yelling too much in your ear and it was a good time. VOD viewers, what up? Wherever you are, whether it's daytime, nighttime, 2 months from now, 3 months, I don't know. I mean, 2 months is the max because the VOD goes away. But I hope you had fun as well. I'll be back on Sunday with Goose Goose. That's currently the plan, 5 p.m. Make sure you come through for the good vibes there. The Goose Goose lobbies have been hitting a good time as well. We've got a good track record so far right now. Next podcast you're going to hear me on will be Bel Air, if you're checking that out. Or will be 90 Day with Liana. If not those, Friday morning live feed update. All right, chat. All right. Take care. Last time I did what you did, I slept 11 straight hours. Well, even when I did the 24-hour stream, I slept like 7 hours. I didn't sleep that much. Stream ended at noon for the first 24-hour stream when we did noon to noon. Stream finished at noon. I went to bed right away. Woke up at 7. Was awake for about another 4 or 5 hours. Then I slept again for another 6 hours. So I guess total was 13 hours, but it was split. It was in shifts. It was in shifts, chat. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good one. See you Sunday.